Caroline, there's a good website that'll teach you how to type pretty well, and it should be kind of fun practicing it, although it may be a little bit frustrating at first, but once you get better and better at it, it's fun. But I need to just explain a little bit of some stuff first before you go to the website, so that's what this video is about. This is called your index finger or your pointer finger on your left hand. This is the index finger or pointer finger on your right hand. It's also called your first finger sometimes. Then this is your middle finger, and they talk about using your middle finger. So here's your middle finger is the long one on each hand. The next finger is your ring finger. So when they say hit a key with your ring finger, they mean this fourth finger, the one next to your little finger. And then this is your little finger, or what they also call the pinky. So here's your pinky on your left hand, or your little finger on your left hand. Here's your pinky or little finger on your right hand. Pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, pointer finger, or first finger. First finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky or little finger. This is what a computer keyboard looks like. It's got all the letters of the alphabet, and it's got some punctuation marks like commas and periods and semicolons and colons and quotation marks and brackets, all kinds of things, and then there's numbers up at the top. But the important places to remember and keep in mind are this row of letters, the middle row of letters. Here's the top row, the middle row, and the bottom row. And you keep your fingers in a certain place on the middle row of letters. You put your index finger, your pointer finger, on the F from your left hand, and you put your right hand pointer finger, index finger, on the J. And you type, and you put all your other fingers on the letters right next to those, the F and the J, so that when you type the F with this finger, you type the J with this finger. Then you're going to learn first all these letters, the F, the D, the S, and the A, and which fingers to use to type with those with. And you're going to learn the J, the K, the L, and the semicolon with your right hand. The computer program that I'm giving you the website to will tell you which letters to type for practice, and then it'll tell you whether you get it right or not. And on that computer program, I think it's when the letter on the screen turns blue, that's the letter you're supposed to type with your finger. And if it's a blank space, you're going to use the space bar, which is this place, and you do it with either thumb. So you can push the space bar with your right thumb or with your left thumb. And that puts an empty space on where you're typing, like between words. Then this is the enter button, and the enter button is like to go to a next paragraph, or when the computer program tells you to hit enter, that's the button you'll hit to go to the next place on the computer program. There are two ways to kind of keep in mind when your fingers are on when these index fingers are on the F and the J, and your other fingers are resting on these other keys, the K, the L, the semicolon, the F here, the D, the S, and the A. When your index fingers are on the F and the J, there's a little tiny bump on the F key and on the J key. I don't know if you can see that or not. If I get it where the light hits it, maybe from the side, you might be able to see it. There's a little tiny bump on the J and on the F. That's the only keys that have bumps. And so you can kind of feel with your fingertips that you're on the right keys. The other way to do it is when you move these two fingers over closer together to be on the G and the H, you'll feel them touch each other. And that's kind of, you know, you're in the right place when you can move over one letter with each finger
and your fingers touch. And then you go back. But you always keep your index fingers on the F and the J, and you go to all the other letters and then come back to the F and the J and keep your other fingers on this middle row. So that's where you're going to keep your fingers from the A all the way over to the semicolon, but not on the G or the H.
The middle row letters and keys are called the home keys, and you always keep your fingers on the home keys until you reach for a letter or number or punctuation mark on a higher or lower row. The internet program will teach you how to type all the letters, numbers, and punctuation marks on all the rows and give you fun practice doing it. There's a link in the description box below to the website that will teach you how to type and give you fun practice doing it. Click on that link after you have finished watching this video.